Hi everyone, welcome to Jesus Nuggets with Miss Gay. And today I want to talk about doing things afraid. And I've heard through the years, as I've been listening to Joyce Meyer, she said so many times, sometimes you just have to do it afraid. And I have experienced that so many times in my life. And this week, this month, last month, I've been experiencing a lot of that. I just have to do it afraid. And let's go to Isaiah 41:10. And it says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And the Lord has told us He's with us wherever we go. And He's just told us then, don't be afraid, don't be dismayed, because I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will lift you up. And then over in Joshua 1:9, it says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." And so the Lord gives us all these words about courage and strength and not being afraid. Well, you know, Satan's going to come right into any situation that he can and instill fear in you. Because fear is a very common emotion. And so Satan's going to use that to his advantage anytime he can. And I wonder how many times I have allowed fear to make me miss out on a blessing. And that's exactly what Satan wanted. And this week I had to face confrontation. I don't know anyone who likes confrontation, but through the years the Lord has been teaching me to, when He tells me I need to confront a situation, not in a mean way, not in a bad way, but just for my own growth or to make it better for someone else or whatever, then I have done it. And it's been hard and I just have to, I remember what Joyce Meyer says, just do it afraid. Sometimes you have to do it afraid. And I had a confrontation this week that I had to do it afraid. And this was something that really I have been thinking about for a few months. But the Lord kept saying, don't do anything. I'm going to take care of this. And every time that I would think, well, maybe I should do it now. You know, did I really hear the Lord say that? There would be roadblocks in my way. And the Lord prevented me from doing anything. And I would just say, okay, Lord, I'm hearing you. I'm just going to sit back and wait. And people were saying, you know, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? And I said, because the Lord told me not to. He told me He was going to take care of it. And I didn't want to do anything to get in God's way and mess up what His plan was. So He gave me the green light this week. And I did. I did the confrontation. I did what the Lord was telling me to do. And it is working out. I felt 1,000,000 times better after I did it. And I knew when I was doing it that since the Lord had given me the green light, He was going to be with me. All of this was going to work out. I was going to feel better because of it. And all of those things are true. And I've had other things that, you know, I've had to do afraid. Like I said, confrontations, maybe a presentation that I didn't feel like I was adequate to do it, but yet I had to do it afraid. And God was always with me. As soon as I would start doing whatever that I was doing afraid, I could feel His peace coming on me. And just this last weekend, God was telling me hey, the impressions that I'm giving you, you step out of them and don't be afraid. So he knew that there were going to be things he was going to be telling me to do, and that Satan was going to come in and try to prevent me from doing it with fear. But the Lord had already spoken that word, do not be afraid. And you can look through the Bible, all through the Bible, times that people had to step out simply because God told them to. Read the story of Gideon in the Old Testament. That's a prime example. He was the smallest of the smallest tribe. And the Lord said, hey, take some people and defeat this big, huge, large army. And Gideon challenged the Lord and said, well, Lord, prove yourself. If you told me this, then I'm going to lay a fleece blanket outside, and if this is you, let the fleece only be wet, but all the ground around it be dry. The Lord did that. That wasn't enough for Gideon. Then he said, okay, Lord, well, will you prove yourself again? I'm going to lay the fleece blanket out and let all the ground around the fleece blanket be wet, but the fleece blanket itself be dry. The Lord did that. And so once Gideon was convinced that it was the Lord telling him, then the Lord told him specifically how to put his army together. And the Lord put together a very small army, because the Lord said, I want people to see my power. I want people to see what I can do and I will do for them. So that's what, and when I've had to do it afraid, a lot of times it was to show me, hey, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do for you what I have said I'm going to do for you. And all of this fear, that just is something Satan is trying to torment you with. Now, there's healthy fear. Don't get me wrong. I don't like snakes. I'm not going to go stand outside if there's really bad storms out there, or if there's a hurricane or a tornado. But I think those are healthy fears. These are fears where it would prevent us from doing things that we know God wants us to do, or doing things, and we're going to let fear make us miss out on the blessings that He has for us. And it will grow us. It will grow us in our relationship with God. I know so many times when I've done those things and faced my fears, I've felt accomplished, and I've felt stronger. I've felt more confident in myself. And I think that's a lot of what the Lord wants for us. He wants those things, us to believe in ourselves and believe in Him, because He is standing behind us. So whenever, you're faced with something and you're not sure whether to do it, and you're afraid, you're not sure of the outcome, you're not sure what's going to happen during the situation, ask the Lord, Lord, what would you have me to do? And if He tells you He wants you to confront it or do it anyway, then you have the assurance that He is giving you strength and He is with you every step of the way. So with that, again, sometimes you just have to do things afraid. So until the next Jesus Nugget, have a great weekend. Have a great night's sleep. And remember, keep your eyes on the prize, which is Jesus Christ.